Welcome back to Let's Talk Harlingen. I'm Mayor Norma Sepulveda.
And I'm Cassandra Concilio.
We're here to keep you updated, informed, and connected to your city.
Let's get into it.
And in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Harlingen. We are at episode 15. I am so excited for today's episode, and I'm also excited because Cassandra is back. I know you were out at a conference. How'd it go?
It went great. Thank you so much. Hey, Harlingen, I'm back, and I know you did a great show with Ford, Commissioner Kinsley. We're so proud of him, and we're thankful for everything he's done here at the city. And Edgar and I went to the conference of all CVBs in Texas. So it is now, they actually changed the name to Destination Texas.
Nice.
So I don't know, maybe a couple of years back, we used to be called the Convention and Visitors Bureau, right?
Right.
But the name is a little bit misleading, right? People are like, "Oh, where's the conference? Where's the convention?" And you're like, "Wait, chill, chill."
We've got birds.
Yeah. So, we renamed to Visit Harlingen, which is basically what all of the CVBs or destination marketing organizations do in the state of Texas. So, the actual convention of Convention and Visitors Bureau also renamed to Destination Texas,
I love it.
and we learned a lot. And there's a lot. Everybody's really into AI. Are you into AI?
I'm a little reluctant to go all in,
Yeah.
but I have, tried a little, but I think I'm that generation that's like, wait, I don't know. I like the human element of things. I don't know if you saw in the news that there's this whole coffee shop, I think it's in Texas, and
Mhm.
it's all robots. So you go on your phone, you order your coffee, and then you show up to like a, same layout of I think like scooters, that kind of shape. And then you drive up, there's no human being there. They give you your coffee and then you're on your way. And if you're supposed to save like 50 cents or a dollar or something. But when I think AI, I think that like
You
I
think, like, the
like the
robots are coming to take over?
I like the human interaction. I can always tell when somebody's like totally chat GPT and they send me something. I'm like, no, I want to know what you think,
Yeah.
not what your friend, your buddy
Chat said.
on chat says, and I think it's a great tool, but our conferences on the city side have also been integrating AI, and it is very helpful when it comes to efficiency and providing essential services. So I know we're going in that direction, and
We
I'm
just
I'm open. I'm open.
Yeah,
I'm just, I'm
getting
treading
there.
slowly.
I just think that there obviously has to be a mixture of the human element but we cannot ignore technology and moving
Right.
forward and making sure we're able to provide the best that we can for the community. So, we'll see
100%.
what kind of AI, software we start using here.
Yes. I think it's gonna
Not
be
me, they're
great.
not gonna replace me.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, "Hey, hold on, before you're advocating for it, I really like y'all,
Like,
and,
"Wait, take it
I
easy,
I
girl."
can't imagine, the CVB, Visit Harlingen without y'all because 'cause y'all do a phenomenal
Thank you so
job, and
much.
so I know that here at the city and, at the EDC, and I think that we've, kind of used some of the tools for the events that you do, we have, software that tells us where people come from when they go to Real Fest and they go to different events, and it has really changed my perspective on events, right? To say, okay, these are the ones that we need to focus on for tourism and so on and so forth. So it's definitely a great tool. But, here in Harlingen, it's people first,
Yes.
people first. And, but, we don't want to stay behind either. But
I
that's awesome. I'm glad that you went. It's so important to have these continuing education to stay on top of your game and to make sure that you're providing the best services to the city of Harlingen. So thank you. I know it's a sacrifice to get away from the kids, I think, or it's a vacation.
It's
One
weird, I
one of the
think.
two, but I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Anytime that I have to do something aside from the city, outside of the city, it's like a whole. You and I are moms, so you have to like really plan for it and make sure that everything is set up. And so kudos to you and to Edgar for doing that for the community.
Thank you. And I know that there's some hot topics. There's some events coming up
Yes.
this weekend. We actually have a really exciting event coming up. It's the Fiesta de Piñatas. This is going to be the third one that we host here in the city of Harlingen. And it's exciting that we actually have the downtown director interview today. Alexis is going to join us and we'll get into everything that they do, like on a day to day basis. How do they
Awesome.
prepare for events? What's going on? But I really want to make sure everybody goes out. So
Yes.
this event is going to be at Gutierrez Park and Van Buren. So we're trying to highlight the other side of downtown
Downtown.
because there are certain overlays, right, that consider what is downtown, what is not downtown. And that is a part of the downtown. So we wanna make sure we're promoting them also. She'll tell us a little bit about what's going on there, and then, of course, we have our big, big, big event that I tell everybody, "Buy your tickets right now, harlingenriofest.com, because it's coming up. It's so close together." I mean, the 2 events, so it's good for everybody. We have a lot to do in the city of Harlingen. We have live music, we have children's stations at all of these events, so we've got you covered in the month of September. What do you think?
I am excited. I think everybody needs to go out to Rio Fest. I mean, every year is it's a great experience, but I think that, the focus on HCISD students and, their art and just their contributions this year are going to be, phenomenal. So I'm excited to go, and I'm going to say it, and I think I said this last time, but I love the Randy Rogers band. So I am excited. I know they were supposed to be over at our neighbors, I think in San Benito, and then weather is unpredictable, and so they weren't able to make it out there, but I wanted to go out there to go see, it's good for the communities to support one another. So we hope everyone out in the Rio Grande Valley from, wherever they are, come and experience Rio Fest because it's really, something you don't wanna miss, and it's a 3-day event, right? So I think that there's opportunity for everybody, so we're super excited. We hope to see you at Rio Fest.
I do also wanna say that there is another community cleanup event. I know that
Oh,
we're
that's
trying
right.
to do it, monthly. Is that what it is?
Yes.
So September 20th, there's gonna be another one, and, we do encourage everybody to sign up on the link. That way we know how to prepare
Great.
for the cleanup, and this is just a really good way for the community to be able to give back.
Mhm.
Sometimes people are like, "And what about this? And what about that?" Well, this is a way for you to give back,
Yes.
and we do have cleanup crews, right?
Great.
Dedicated to the city, but we're just trying to help everybody out. So it's just
Yes.
a way to stay connected and keep Harlingen beautiful. So that will be September 20th. So there's a lot
Great.
happening. Everybody's got to get on our Facebook, get on our websites, and they got to stay connected to us.
So I know I'm just a, shameless plug here, but we want them to also follow the city page because you and Delma have Sit Tea, and then they can get all the information there. We also have it's just so much. We'd be here all day. I know we have a run this weekend. I believe it is with Parks Department, and so I mean, there's just something all
There's
the
always
time. There's always
something.
something. And family friendly. And that's why it's so great to live in the city of Harlingen because there's always something to do, no cost, community events, if you want to meet your neighbors or network with your business, we've got opportunity after opportunity. But let's see what we've got today because I'm super excited. I know you mentioned Fiesta de Piñatas, and I want to hear what Alexis has to say. I know she does a great job. We're here in the DID building, so I know she was probably ready to go as soon as she got here. And so let's take care of that. What do you think?
Yes, welcome, Alexis. Welcome, Alexis Riojas, the director of Downtown Harlingen. She oversees the Downtown Harlingen district, coordinates events, supports local businesses, promotes revitalization projects, and works to keep downtown vibrant and inviting for residents and visitors. Welcome, Alexis.
Thank you so much, Mayor and Cassandra, for having me.
We're so excited to have you. I know we've been working in the downtown building now that it's, back and beautiful. We moved out
Mhm.
for a little bit and now we're back. How are you feeling being back in the downtown?
I love it. I was here from the very beginning when I started in this position, and to see the transformation and the renovation that the city did to provide a great space for us is amazing. I love it.
And I know we only used to be like 3 people working down here, and now we are like a full building. So it's like we have so many people coming in and out, and we're learning
Yes.
about different things. So I think it's great. Thank you so
Mhm.
much. So for people who don't know you and don't really know your role, can you tell us a little bit about like what you do on the day to day?
Sure. So the Downtown Improvement District is a four-member team. We have our maintenance coordinator, Mr. Juan Garcia. We have our promotion and events manager, Miss Angie Anderson, and Norma is our redevelopment specialist. And what we do on a day-to-day basis is work with the merchants here and the property owners to make sure that the revitalization efforts are still being, done to make sure that the historic aspect of the downtown district is has that nostalgic feel and all the renovations are being done in a proper, way of doing, renovations within the historic properties. We also provide incentives to our merchants and any type of facade improvements that they want to do, any signage that when new businesses come in, we provide that. Any properties that are available for sale or lease, we promote that as well. So I really, within the last 6 years that I've been here, our vacancy is at a all like, we have no vacancies here, and I love seeing, downtown so vibrant and thriving right now. It's booming right now in downtown, and we're gonna continue that progress here. So we do that, and then we have the event aspect of Downtown Improvement District, and we do Market Days, the extension, we do Downtown at Sundown, we do, the Christmas parade, we have Fiesta de Piñatas coming up this weekend and so many different, opportunities and smaller events that we can provide to our downtown merchants to bring people to the downtown district.
Wonderful. I know that I mean, it's just a small team, right? So it's
Yes.
like taking care of making sure that the buildings look correctly, that they fit into the color scheme and making sure everything looks nice
Mhm.
to events, right? So I'm sure it's kind of like a hard to keep it balanced all the time.
Oh, yes, it is, thank goodness, that I have my staff that works hard, with balancing different, job duties for me, because I like to stay in the historic, aspect of it. And I have my events manager who stays, within, keeping the events coordinated. And my secretary makes sure, everything is going good, good to go. But yes, it is a tough, job to do, with balancing. I said, but we get it done and they become beautiful, beautiful events and our beautiful downtown is amazing.
So I think it's really incredible all the work that y'all do because I know it's kind of it's ongoing. You get you finish up with one event and then you got another one in the pipeline. But one of the events that Cassandra and I talked about a little bit before you came on was the Fiesta de Piñatas. And
Mhm.
so for those that it's their first time coming to this event, can you talk a little bit about how that came to be? And
Sure.
so that way the community understands, where it came from and what to expect.
Sure. So Fiesta de Piñatas was brought to our attention from one of our downtown merchants that has a business in the La Placita area. A lot of people know that area as La Placita. And it used to be an event back then that was, got started out and then it kind of faded away. And since he started his new business there, in the La Placita district, he wanted to bring it back. And so we worked together with our merchants like always, and we provided a space and we're like, "Hey, this sounds like a great event. Let's do it. Let's celebrate our culture. It's Hispanic Heritage Month this
Mhm.
month." So, Fiesta de Piñatas consists of a kid zone. We have different types of activities on Saturday, a petting zoo, Jurassic RGB. We have free balloon art and face painting. We're gonna have so much different stuff, market vendors, comida, delicious comida, whatever you want to find as far as tacos, hot Cheetos with cheese, a corn in a cup. And then we have our wonderful entertainment that is on our main stage, which is consisted of the Harlingen High School South Mariachi Band. And then also Desert Bloom will be starting off as our starting off band which is our Harlingen firefighter. He's one of our Harlingen firefighters here, so we're excited to see him showcase his band. And then our headliner is Rustic Rose. So we're very, very excited to have that entertainment here too.
I love that, and I really like what makes Harlingen different in my view is that there's so many things that are community driven, and so
Mhm.
community comes to you and says, "Hey, I think, I'd like to, bring this back to life, and I wanna take an active role in this," and, the DID is just open and receptive to that, and, really now we're going on the 3rd year, and I think it's something that there's a lot of excitement behind, and I know I have a great time, and it's just really just beautiful and to see that space, convert from one day to the next, and it's just so exciting for the I know the kids have a great time too. And I know you sent me a picture of a piñata, one of the
Mhm.
piñatas, and so if somebody wants to donate one or participate, how do they go about that?
Sure. So we accept any types of donations of piñatas. Everybody is an artist here. In our community, and so we had a member of our community reach out and say, "Hey, I want to make you guys a Harlingen City logo piñata." And we said yes, we'd love to feature that in our event. And so she's not only donated just that piñata, she's donated a lot of other piñatas as well. The lady right behind our building from the Welcome to Downtown Harlingen mural has also been created into a piñata. So, any types of donations of piñatas, we're gladly to accept them. The piñatas would be filled at Gutierrez Park with just so many piñatas and
I
colorful with
love it.
papel picado as well. So, we're excited to see them showcase at the event.
That's exciting.
I know you mentioned something about moving more into historic preservation and
Mhm.
more for historic like marketing. How are y'all doing that?
Sure. So we're in the planning process of creating a historic preservation ordinance and working with different areas within the city to help promote the historic, architecture that we have here in the city of Harlingen. And so we are working on that. We'll be having some upcoming, workshops with the community to see, what their ideas are, and providing the historic preservation ordinance. And so we're working at that. And then also, our downtown businesses have been added into the Revitalize Harlingen grant that the Harlingen Economic Development Corporation provides. And so they're providing the downtown businesses with a total investment of $100,000.
Wow.
So our businesses are going to be able to join in that Revitalize Harlingen grant to help with facade improvements for the buildings.
I love that.
Mhm.
So I think everyone that grew up here in Harlingen has memories of downtown. And I think really truthfully, every decade is special. And I remember the Rialto and,
Mhm.
just the way that downtown looked back then. But what's really neat is that downtown continues to evolve and change and is really special every year.
Mhm.
And I think that, having opportunity to move forward and to have a vision with this downtown plan, as a companion to our comprehensive plan. How do you feel about that? What are your thoughts on the next 10, 15, 20 years for downtown?
We're so excited as we were working with the consultants that are doing the downtown master plan. I got to, really experience and be hands-on with what, the board would like and what the community wants. And
Right.
we got a lot of feedback on the downtown master plan and what the community would like to see. So I'm really excited to maybe feature some new events, and some new
Hmm.
projects that they really want. So we're working towards, providing a great, downtown still, for people to enjoy and enjoy the quality of life that we provide here. So we are very excited for the upcoming projects that we have, and there's already some in line. So we're ready.
That's
Yes.
fantastic. So from that community engagement, what was there anything that stood out that the community really wants this or the community really doesn't want that or anything that you'd like to share?
I think right now the community is very driven into different types of styles of events. I think downtown is a great event space to host different styles of events. It doesn't need to involve street closures. We can have a wine walk. We can have, different types of styles of events. But one of them was, they want more events, they want more entertainment, big entertainment, right? And so
I love that.
so that is what I got really from the community feedback is they love how beautiful downtown is, and provide a lot of, also they want more landscaping, more green space,
Mhm.
to be able to come out and enjoy a picnic with their families, and playgrounds, and maybe some water features that I saw, that were provided in that feedback. So I'm really, really excited for the future of downtown Harlingen.
I love that. So
Yeah.
the comprehensive plan and the downtown plan, when will they be completed and will y'all start implementing these new ideas?
So we hope to pass this for city commission within this next, year. So we have, for the next year to pass this, and then we'll start from there with, implementing all of the goals and feedback that they provided for us.
I love it. Then we're gonna have to do a follow-up and we're gonna be like, okay, so you said the
Yeah.
plan was this. Like, let's go check it out.
Yes.
I think that different types of events and different styles that like you're mentioning would be great. And I know I'm sure you did some surveys and kind of see, and now we want make sure that people come out. And so, we're on Jackson Street, but it's not just Jackson Street, it's
Mhm.
also Van Buren, right?
Yes.
So do you know exactly I know I'm sure she looks at the map all the time, not us, right? Like do you know like how long it is, what buildings are included, maybe some like landmarks so people know exactly where we are?
Sure. So the downtown improvement district starts right where the arch is, right? So you see the Jackson Street arch, and that's on 4th Street. It goes through Monroe from 4th Street all the way to Commerce. So you'll see the Rio Elevator is a part of our downtown improvement district. The Army Surplus is also a part of our downtown improvement district. We just expanded this last 5 years ago into the west side of Jackson. So we're Romans Interiors, is and going into La Placita Park where that arch is as well. That's where Downtown Improvement District starts on the West Van Buren side, and it goes all the way to the 4th Street side of East Van Buren. So there's a lot. A lot of people think that downtown is just Jackson Street, but it's not. We have a variety of different businesses. We have professional services. We have um, you know, um, shopping, we have dining, we have entertainment, services, bars, restaurants. So we are so excited for, to continue the momentum of what we have with different variety of downtown. Like downtown is for everybody. So come out to downtown Harlingen and you will see within the next, couple years that we're progressing here and we're going to get things done.
I love
I
that.
love that, and that is definitely something that I'm seeing,
Hmm.
from my perspective is that downtown is really changing and moving forward, but also making sure to capture that charm of
Hmm.
downtown. And so I know one of the questions that I get a lot as mayor, and I know you and I have talked about this numerous times, is sometimes people don't understand the difference between maybe a nonprofit or a private organization hosting an event
Hmm.
downtown versus the city doing that.
Yeah.
So I know that Market Days is huge here in Harlingen. People from all over come. I know I've been there and I've even talked to people all the way from Rio Grande City that come
Yeah.
down to Market Days, which is the first Saturday of every month.
Mhm.
But there was such a desire to want more space that your department really stepped in to do an expansion. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So our market days first started off through a committee, and it's a nonprofit committee that is made up of our downtown businesses that host market days. It started off with just 5 vendors,
Mhm.
one block, and now has expanded into past the railroad tracks into
Right.
Centennial Park. So we have provided a lot more spaces for vendors throughout the RGV community to come and showcase their small business, and so
Mhm.
market days has really expanded over the years that we've done it. We've done it already now going on 4 years of the expansion. So we've seen a lot of progress that, we have provided, and people come to us and say thank you, for
Mhm.
providing that additional space. We work alongside the Jackson Street Market Days Committee. We partner with them. The funding that they do get goes back to downtown. And
Mhm.
so we just received a donation from them to do construction on some new downtown bathrooms, to provide that,
Right.
space for people, to still come out and enjoy downtown. And we're going to have them at Lozano Plaza. And we're just so excited. And we love to continue the partnership with Market Days Committee. And they run the side where 4th Street to Commerce is.
Mhm.
And that is run through the Antique Emporium. And then we run the city's extension, which is run through here at the office, at the downtown office.
That's awesome. And
Mhm.
so, just you touched on it briefly, but we do have such an incredible partnership with
Mhm.
them because they not only just provided a donation, but provided $100,000,
Yep.
which is really significant and just goes to show how invested they are in downtown and in that space to make it
Yeah.
welcoming for all. So I think that, it's wonderful to have these partnerships because we can't do it alone.
Yeah.
And is there a way if somebody's watching and they have an idea they want to put on an event. Is there a way for a nonprofit or a private organization to reach out to the DID to say, I want to put on an event downtown? How do they go about doing that?
Sure. So contact our office at 956-216-4910. and talk to Miss Angie Anderson or myself. We have a checklist of how to host an event downtown, and so we will guide you through whatever you need to host your event here. We will help you with the street closures. We will help you with whatever the city can partner you with and stuff.
Mhm.
So we are open for different variety of events. We've had the Rotary Shrimp Fest here. We've had Viva Streets here. We've had
Mhm.
the Halloween, at downtown here. So we are always open, and we still continue to provide a space for any type of organization who wants to host their event here.
I love that.
I
Mhm.
know that we recently had a ribbon cutting and unveiling for a new mural downtown. So,
Yes.
can you talk to us about the mural program? How many do we have? Anything coming in the
Sure.
pipeline? Tell us about those.
Sure. So every year I try to involve a new mural, right? I try to, I have to ask the property owner's permission, right? To, hey, I have this idea. I want this mural here. I try to have a new mural every year. And so we currently have around 34 murals downtown, and it's a mixture of everything. What our goal for the mural program is to provide Instagram worthy murals, photo ops, and also to represent our culture here and what important elements we have for the Harlingen, city. And so with that, we unveiled the new postcard mural. A lot of different cities have this type of mural, and I wanted to bring that to Harlingen. And so as when I was finding, the artist to do it, I wanted somebody who hadn't done a mural here in Harlingen, and I wanted to provide that space for him to do it. So Adrian Rodriguez did a phenomenal job with creating our Harlingen postcard mural. It's right off of Commerce Street heading south. So we love it. I think it's a great opener spot to the entrance of downtown as you're coming into Jackson and Van Buren and getting into City Hall. I think it's a great greeting that you'll see as you enter the downtown district.
So, and this may not, we might not have a space. And
Mhm.
sometimes that's what it's really nice, I think, about this podcast is that we, learn more about what's happening within the departments and can take that. And sometimes we have action items.
Mhm.
So, is there a place, and there may be, and I just don't know it, but is there a place where someone can go and get all of the information on all the murals that we have? Like, is there a place on the website or is there a place on the downtown department page or on social media? Or if I was living in Michigan and I wanted to know what's going on in Harlingen and I want to see the 30 plus murals, where would I go?
Yes, so it's available on our website, harlingentx.gov. If you look up the departments and you go to downtown Harlingen, you can click on the murals subcategory. And so it will provide you with all of the murals that we have. We do have on our brochure a map of where the murals are too, and a little bit of a description. We are working on a new project too with doing an interactive mural map. And so you'll be able to go out there, use AI, right? You'll be able to
That's
go.
why it's needed.
Uh-huh. You'll be able to go out there, scan a QR code at the mural, and find out all who the artist is, what is the description of the mural, what is the story background of the mural, and what year it was also created. So we are working on that project in the new fiscal year, and the Texas Tropical Trails region is helping us out with that project.
I love
Mhm.
that. I think we should do a tour,
We
Cassandra, of
can.
the murals, and maybe we enlist Alexis to be our tour guide.
I
Let's
think
do
it's a
And
it.
deal.
yes,
We used to
because
have mural tours
yeah, I
here,
think it's a good
and it
a
was
good
run by
idea.
volunteers in the downtown district, and a lot of people loved those mural tours. And so now we do self-guided mural tours. So
Mhm.
if you come by our office, we still can provide you with a like a description and where to go to for each mural, and it gives you a little overview of what our tour used to be like.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
I know in the city guide we do have some mural
Yes.
excerpts, and I think that's what people want to see, right?
Mhm.
Like things that make our city beautiful. Where can I go take a cute picture? That kind of thing. So, do you have any exciting things coming down the pipeline?
Sure.
Can you
So,
say it or
yeah,
no? Or is
yeah,
it like the
yeah.
EDC where they say like secrets?
Can't tell
You know?
you.
So we have been really fortunate that the Keep Harlingen Beautiful board granted us some money, right, to do installation on new solar lights in the downtown district. So we have already started that. We are putting in new solar lights at Gutierrez Park, Lozano Plaza, and our public parking lots here as well to make sure they're pretty well lit, right? And so then we're also looking into also the palm tree corner beds here on Jackson Street. They're going to be very nice and colorful. So we're going to be able to now change the colors of the seasons that, and it will uplight the palm trees, so starting in October, we'll put them orange, and then we'll go through the different seasons. So we're really, really excited for that lighting project to happen. And without Keep Harlingen Beautiful, I don't think we would have been able to do that.
Lighting is important.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta make sure it's a
100%.
safety thing also.
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing, but it's also a safety thing,
Yes.
so the lighting is really we're thankful for that.
And then we are also going to be installing some new banners on the light posts here, only on Jackson Street, since we have those historical lamp posts there. And so a feature, people, people that are actually here downtown, vendors and people who are kids who are enjoying downtown. So you'll start to see those coming up pretty soon, and we'll be installing those new banners.
So this has been very informative, lots of great information. I know you put on a lot of events. We've got downtown at sundown. You got the
Mhm.
piñata
I do wanna say something
festival.
Yes.
about downtown at
Yes.
sundown. I think that you can drink in the street.
Yes, you can.
I mean, not for me, it's not for it's for the
So
people.
if
Yes.
any
It's for
if
the
take the
people.
takeaway from this from this podcast, from this episode is that you could drink in the
At
streets
downtown at sundown,
downtown at
not, like,
sundown.
just regular on the
You will never
Yes.
I'm gonna put this out there, you will never see me doing that, but
for the people,
it is
Mayor.
for the people, for the
Yes.
community, and we really think that, I just kinda wanted to give that, its own, space and its own
Yes.
moment right now because it is more geared towards you can bring the family out,
Mhm.
and there really is something for everyone, and it's so hot
Yes.
sometimes here, and, the Downtown at Sundown, another community,
Mhm.
driven event, and y'all have been doing a great job. When, does we're gonna have to wrap up here really
Mhm.
soon, but, one other thing before we go, it just came to me,
Mhm.
is the Christmas parade. I know
Yes.
that is like, everyone in the city of Harlingen gets excited, and everybody wants to know, "When can I sign up?" So,
Yes.
you're gonna hear it first. When can you sign up?
The first week of October. So we will open up signups the first week of October. We already have a theme. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
It's Grinchmas in the city.
Oh, I love it!
Yes, so we are so excited to feature that theme. Our city staff actually chose the theme. I sent it out to our city staff. We did a survey of different types of themes, and so I like that the city employees are getting involved in the
Yes.
theme, process of the parade. And so we are so excited to see that. But the first week of October, we'll feature it on our Downtown Harlingen Facebook page, and the city of Harlingen will share it as well. So we are very excited. That's my favorite event, I will have to say. I love just seeing the entire community come out, bunch of families. Even last year when we had it in the rain,
I
they
know.
still were out here. So it's a
We were out
beautiful.
here.
Yes, I know. We were out here
In
getting
our
wet.
raincoats.
Yes.
And
So
there's no drinking in the streets. So that
no,
No!
means
no.
that you are loyal, dedicated to the city of
Yes.
Harlingen. You
That's
come out
true.
rain or
And it
shine.
really is like a full city
That's a family event.
teamwork. Yes,
Yes.
it is. We had from finance help, from public works to parks to visit Harlingen. So
Yes.
it takes a lot, to put on the parade, and we're so excited to feature that here downtown.
How
Oh, we're
many people
excited.
participate in the downtown parade?
So we have 115 entries.
Wow.
And it's from church organizations to school organizations. So we fill up with our spots. And so first come first serve, right? So the registration process it goes by really, really quickly, but we're excited, and we always try to grow and more every year. And so we've done that within the last couple years, and so we're excited to feature that many floats.
That's exciting. So we wanna
Mhm.
make sure that people calendar when they can sign up and sign
Mhm.
up immediately because it closes rather quickly.
Yes.
It seems to be like as soon as it opens, it's filled. And so, we want to be able to include everyone that wants to participate. We also wanna encourage, the school district and different, organizations that wanna highlight their kids and things of that nature. So we're excited about
Mhm.
that. Thank you for everything that you're doing. Also, a call for if anybody wants to volunteer, they can come
Yes.
out and volunteer. That's always needed. As you mentioned, the entire city comes together, all city staff from different departments, but we would love to see the community also wanna come out and, and participate and just really contribute. It's a fun event, so I'm glad and I'm looking forward to it. It's at, like, a great time right now because it's, September, October, November, December. At the end of the year, there's all these events,
Mhm.
different holidays, and I just like, the cooler weather
Yep.
also. But lots to do downtown. This has been very, very, informative. Do we have any other
I was
questions
gonna
for
say, do you
Alexis?
have something that you wanna tell the community about downtown Harlingen? Like, what's, like, one little golden thing that you wanna tell everybody?
Sure. So downtown Harlingen, I feel is a one of a kind downtown. We are a Texas Main Street program. That's what I meant to mention is we have been a Texas Main Street program since 1989. And so with that, if the Main Street program with the Texas Historical Commission provides us with different incentives and opportunities that we can grow here. And to see that membership and also the Texas Downtown Association membership be able to provide that service to us. I think that's a golden charm for us to have is to be able
Right.
to call us a actual main street. There's only 84 main street cities within the state of Texas, and Harlingen is one of them. And
Oh,
so we have
congratulations.
been an accredited program for the last 18 years. And so it's just based upon what we're improving and revitalizing the district. And so we continue to do that and provide a great space for everybody to enjoy here in the downtown district.
This has been such a great episode. I've learned so much and so much for the community to learn all about downtown. And now, what we do here, Alexis, is we take questions from the audience, and so I'm going to go ahead and let Cassandra. Let's talk about what is the audience? What do the community want to know? What questions do we have? Does someone want a cup or not?
Yes, we always encourage the audience to email let's talk Harlingen at harlingentx.gov. We did not get any to that email address this week, but we do have a question. And Edgar, definitely, we read in the comments and we know what you guys are saying out there. So go ahead and tell us what the people are saying.
Yeah, so a big question that we get asked, Alexis, is people want to know what makes Harlingen so different and why don't we have as many maybe bars, clubs as some of the other cities in our region? I think a lot of people question that and they would like to know the why.
Sure. So that's a great question. I actually we did a morning interview yesterday with Wild 104 with Jake Unthu, and he actually mentioned that w- downtown he's lives in the city of Harlingen. He grew up in the city of Harlingen, and it still has that historic charm. It has the way it used to look back then, and walking down and be able to experience that still with a little bit of modernized flair and being able to also see the different variety of businesses come to life within the generations that we've had in the decades, right? And so with that, we like to make sure that our downtown district is doing it in an intentional way, right? And so we want to make sure that downtown Harlingen is the place to be. My goal is to make downtown Harlingen a destination for all. And so with that, we do have a nightlife and we do it responsibly. We have Sir's Martini Lounge that creates a different ambiance, right? And a different nightlife for us. We have Provecho y Salud that has different live music to feature. And so Sir's and Provecho work together and so does Cork and Craft. Our Jackson Street Cork and Craft wine bar is a great space to just enjoy a couple's night out and friends dinner and a couple wine. And then also the nightlife here is at a very different style of it, and it's a more for your okay, hold on. I'm trying to go.
No, you're good. Everything was good.
It's a different style for people to come out and enjoy downtown Harlingen. We have our beautiful light up palm trees that also give it a different feel. So, downtown Harlingen is a Main Street community that provides us a great space for people to come out, and downtown will always be the heart of Harlingen, and so we absolutely love that.
That's a great question, and I do
Hmm.
hear that a lot
Yes.
too, as a mom, I have a 21-year-old, and
Mhm.
so I hear it from him and from his friends about different areas in the region. But, like I tell him and his buddies and that demographic is that we wanna cater to all, right? We wanna make sure that downtown, just like you said so beautifully, that it is a area for family-friendly entertainment, and that is something we do, um, every weekend there's something to do and highlighting the businesses and making sure that they know that they're supported, but we do have that nightlife, and it's really beautiful downtown in the evening because I feel safe down there. I feel like I can, go to Sirs and have you just transform into a different experience.
Mhm.
They've got 2 bars and one is completely different from the other,
Yeah.
and they're housed in the same location. And I know with our downtown plan, we're looking towards the city of Harlingen has a lot of students in the medical field. So we do have a lot of residents that are here in Harlingen, a different demographic or age group where they're continuing their education, but they want to have an opportunity to go have a drink in the evening.
Yeah.
And that is something that the feedback that we've received, and I know that that's something that we're going to work towards.
Mhm.
We want more bar and grills, but we also want to make sure that there are maybe it's a space that you can go and have brunch during the day, and then you can also go in the evening for a nice dinner.
Yeah.
And I love Harlingen. I would put our downtown against any downtown in the entire region because it does give you that um, belonging feeling. Like this, there's something for everyone. So you're doing an
Yeah.
incredible job. But that was a great question. What do
Yes.
you think as a mom? And you've
I thought
got
you were gonna say
you've
resident
got
young
three
girl.
a resident young girl.
I thought that's what you were
As
going
a
with.
resident young girl.
Mom of 3.
Mom of 3. But I mean, but the reason I was gonna say that is I remember when my kids were little and you needed that escape, and you're now a mom
Yes.
and, we love our kids, but sometimes you need to just have a
I
you need
love
to
how
go
you're
and
like
have a drink.
asterisks. I love you.
But really, like, I mean, and then you can't go too far because you might have to go home, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm
So
always saying like there's stuff to do in Harlingen. You got to
Mhm.
get out there. You have to get the information from us. There's a lot of places online also that, they tell
Right.
you what's going on, but there are things you just have to go out and explore and be willing to be open to new experiences,
Right.
hey, I've never been to this restaurant. People talk about it. Oh, it's been there forever. Why not try it?
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Promote it. We always say we promote local businesses. We
Mhm.
eat in Harlingen. We live in Harlingen. We take our kids out in Harlingen. So it's just great. Everything's downtown. And I always say, whenever we're walking to lunch, when we're at, when we work in downtown, so we walk to lunch, I'm like, oh my goodness, like this is so fun
Right.
because you don't have to like park anywhere else. You just like walk to lunch, walk back. It's great. It's just a great walkable area. Thank you, Alexis. Like we said, next week we actually have a commissioned recap.
Yes.
So it won't be as exciting as today. We're not going to learn about drinking in the street. We're not going to learn about Christmas parades, but we are going to learn about everything that you're passing to make Harlingen better, easier, more open to business. Don't forget to go to Fiesta Piñatas September 13th. Do not forget to buy your tickets to Rio Fest, and we'll see you around town, Harlingen.
That's it for this episode of Let's Talk Harlingen.
If you like what you heard today, make sure to subscribe on our YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts.
We've got more conversations coming your way.
Let's talk again soon, Harlingen.